Okay, here's about take 500 on this video. This video is actually a response to the Happy Console Gamer and basically to anybody who wants to see some of this basically stuff that I own that I think is actually pretty cool. Now, let's explain something here. I don't own a lot, but what I do is actually pretty neat. Some of it came from pre-orders and some I got another means. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. Now I'm going to apologize if you can't see me, but I'm at the start of the show here. The first thing is when the fine folks at GameStop they did certain types of pre-orders, they had certain t-shirts that you were able to buy. So let me go ahead and show you one of them right here. And I'm trying to figure out how I want the camera. Something like that. Here is the Guitar Hero World Tour shirt. And believe it or not, this is the back of the shirt. The front of the shirt was an advertisement for a contest they were having so that you can appear in a future game, which I thought was actually pretty neat. Now, believe it or not, there's another shirt that they did for pre-order. And this one came from the Spider-Man game Web of Shadows. Now, I actually have both of these, but I don't own either of the games. How did I get a hold of them? Well, you see, GameStop was doing something pretty special where if you re-upped your Edge card, you got a choice of one or the other. Because I went in that store a lot, and trust me when I say a lot, the store owner, Rich, who pretty much knows me, let me have both of them. I also got a Peggle ball, which he never knew about, which I don't have. I'm trying to find it, and I got something else too from pretty cool. Does this look familiar to anybody? If you answered no, I can accept that. This is the bag, the runner bag that was given if you pre-ordered Mirror's Edge. Well, because not many people actually pre-ordered the game, by the way, it's an excellent game, they had a surplus of these things. Well, because of that, and they were trying to get rid of them, Rich actually gave me one of these. I thought that was awesome. Next up, we got some soundtracks. This Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 soundtrack comes from the collector's edition of the same game. And trust me, I actually haven't listened to this or taken it out to listen to it, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. The Chrono Trigger soundtrack, which I own here, which is still sealed, came when you pre-ordered the DS game from GameStop, and I got it, and I think, and again, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure there's only 2 tracks on it, by the way. But yeah, one of Johnny Millennium's personal favorites, I'm sure.
This is a soundtrack from the Book of Ease. Excuse me, the Legacy of Ease books 1 and 2. My apologies. Again, this is one of those situations where I haven't listened to it yet, but I plan on it in the near future. And lastly, Monica Mia, the Alchemist of Al Revis. Now, this came from the limited edition box of the first game. There's, I believe, in the CD in the second one, and an art book. I haven't picked that one up yet, but I do plan on the very near future before that limited edition goes out the window. That's like 40 bucks. Yeah, it was like 40 bucks when it came out, believe it or not. Not that bad, considering it's a PlayStation 2 game. In relation to the Ninja Gaiden Sigma stuff, here was a mini comic. If you can see this. Okay. And it was divided in the back. It showed you, like, it had a mini strategy guide here. This was in the collector's edition. The neat thing about the comic, when you install the game, and you may notice if you own the game, if you install the comic, you actually get to hear it install the game, you get to hear the comic narrated, which I thought was pretty awesome. But I also think this is pretty awesome. This is Square Enix's portfolio of games that it has had coming out between 2009 and 2010. Now, how did I get a hold of this? This is from E3, by the way. How did I get a hold of this? Well, if you belong to the Square Enix Members Club, let's see if we can find something here. Here's some of the games you can actually, that they have or had coming out at the time. If you belong to the members club, they have different tiers. The higher up you go, the different swag you get. Well, I got that, and I also got a fan that has a couple of postcards. I can't find the fan, but if I find it, I'll definitely show it to you. That I thought was really, really awesome. Trust me. Here's two more items, and these came from the limited edition version of the Xbox 360 game Street Fighter 4, which is, by the way, also on the PlayStation 3, but I don't have the limited edition for that. Here's the Ties That Bind disc, and Crimson Viper. Now, I think there was also a soundtrack that went to it. I can't seem to find that right now. I'm going to be looking for that in the near future, though. And yet, but in case you're wondering, this stands up on top of my TV at all times. Some other items which I had, like I said, I had a Peggle Ball. It's some other cool game stuff I own. Oh! I don't know if I showed this. Hold on. I think I got a minute. Don't know if I showed this before to you. This isn't necessarily game stuff. I just thought it was cool enough to show you in this video. Is the best of the Nintendo comic system. Now, when this book came out, it came out in, see if I can find it for you as quickly as I possibly can. $19.90. When I got the book, we bought it from a store called Bradley's, which no longer exists. We paid $10 for it. See that? The book now can go for upwards of almost $100 if you look on Amazon. Yeah, it's expensive. It's insanely expensive. Oh, and one other thing, I'm trying to show it to you, but I had a soundtrack from the Soul Calibur 4 game, which came from the limited edition strategy guide. Anyway, later.